Hey guys, and thanks so much for joining me on my channel today. My name is Stephanie. If you are new here, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back. I've got some delicious dinner inspiration for you guys, so let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so I am just putting together for dinner tonight something super quick. Just using some veggies I had cut up earlier for a little veggie tray. So I'm going to use up some of those peppers, some red onion, chicken. I'm going to use a little bit of cream, so it's going to be I don't know, would you call it a smothered chicken? It's not going to have cheese. Ooh, maybe it will have cheese. I don't know. Stick around and see. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know it's going to be delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and show you guys what I do. Okay, so I'm doing something I don't usually do, which is just keep these tenderloins whole. I'm kind of in a rush to just get this going, but I can leave it to simmer in the sauce I'm going to be making with it. So yeah, I left them whole. And I know they'll be able to stand up to the sauce and be nice and tender and delicious after they're done cooking. So I've got my tenders in there now. I've got my onions and pepper chopped up. I may add some spinach, I'm not 100% sure. Ooh, I also have some asparagus. I don't know. Like I said, this is like a surprise dish. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead, keep getting this going, and I'll check back with you guys once. I'm going to go ahead and put in my onions and peppers and stuff, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add in my veggies, and I'm going to season those up a little bit, get those going. I have had a stroke of genius. I was going to make this on the side, but what if we turn this into a one-pan dinner? Super pumped. We're going to do that. So let's cook down these veggies, get them going, and we'll go ahead and start the rice up once all this is cooked down. Okay, so I know there's a lot of steam here, but I've got my garlic going in the bottom of the pan here. I'm going to go ahead and put in the liquid for the rice. I've got to add some butter to this, but I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of liquids and deglaze that brown stuff right there. Get that going. Just a little bit, yay! Look at that, perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the liquid in here that I need for the rice and get the rice all up in here, and I'll show you guys what it looks like before I put the top on to cook it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, I added the butter it asked for, and then it's asked me to toast up the rice and the noodles, or whatever these little peel off things are. So I'm gonna do that, and then once I've got this all mixed in, I'm going to add the rest of the liquid, and I'm going to add my chicken back to the pan, cover it up, cook it for as long as it needs to cook, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. If I'm feeling sassy, I might even sprinkle a little cheese over the top, but we'll see. Okay, so I've gotten everything going, put the seasoning packet in from the rice, got my chicken in there. I'm going to cover this up for, I think the thing says 20 minutes or 15 minutes, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. Okay guys, this is looking so good. Oh my gosh, we're almost to the finish line. I think instead of putting shredded cheese, I'm just gonna put some Parmesan cheese and some cracked black pepper. I think that'll be super delicious. But yeah, we are almost done, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done, but it is looking so good so far. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I can tell you guys that as good as this looks, it tastes even better. I stole a little spoonful before I put the parm on. Yeah, looks awesome. I'm gonna dish some up for you guys and show you just what it looks like, because I feel like it's all covered up now with the Parmesan cheese, but I'll show you what it looks like. Give me 1 second. Okay guys, here it is. Looks super good, super yummy, and it's a one-pot meal, which is amazing on its own. So I only got to clean up one pot and a couple of bowls. I'm super happy. So definitely try this. I definitely did not have a plan. As you guys saw, I was just kind of winging it. Whoop, and it actually turned out really well. So definitely encourage you, even if you don't know what you're doing in the kitchen, you can always just make up something, and a lot of the times it turns out great. Alright guys, for dinner tonight we just got some Greek food to go. I got the chicken souvlaki, which is just chicken on a skewer, and it's marinated in like all sorts of delicious Greek spices. And there's like tzatziki and some pita bread and a super yummy looking salad. Definitely gonna pick that pepper out because I do not like those. But yeah, I get mine without feta cheese, the salad, so that's why it looks like kind of like meh, not really Greek. But anyway, that's what's for dinner tonight. Alright guys, so in a previous video I showed some tabbouleh, so you guys had asked how to make it. To me, like, this is so interpreted so many different ways. Traditional Lebanese way, you're not supposed to put the cucumber in there, or Middle Eastern I would say way. My dad was Lebanese, so that's why I say that, it's because I am. You're not supposed to put a cucumber, but my dad was like, he just loved me, so he put it in there. But I use 2 to 3 bunches of curly parsley. My tomato ratio is pretty high. I love tomatoes in tabbouleh, so I think that they give that like extra, I don't know, they're just so good. And then I have 2 to 3 scallions here as well as the cucumber. I'm gonna peel this cucumber down quite a bit and chop it fine. Everything is chopped super fine. So fine, in fact, that I actually put my parsley in the food processor to chop it up. But yeah, and then to the left I have something called cracked wheat. You can find it anywhere. I just got mine from the local Middle Eastern store. I use a 1/4 cup of this, and I let it sit in a 1/2 cup of water. If it absorbs all the water, just add a little more. It's just like to kind of soften it up so it's like edible in the tabbouleh. So I just let that sit for about 20 minutes, and then while I'm cutting everything up, that's kind of how it goes. So I will show you guys kind of periodically how this is going. Alright, so I've got my cucumber, tomato, and scallion all chopped up pretty finely. To me, this is the hardest part, or the most time-consuming part, is chopping all these tomatoes. I wanted to show you the bottom of the bowl just so you could, in case you thought I wasn't chopping the tomatoes. There's a lot. There's like at least 4 tomatoes in there. But anyway, I took the leaves off of the parsley bunches. I pretty much used like 2.5 because half of my 3rd bunch was a little like rough roads. So I pulsed this in my food processor until it got super small like that. The smaller the better, but I'm always like so scared I'm gonna puree the parsley that I don't do that. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a cup of drained cracked wheat, or excuse me, a 1/4 cup of drained cracked wheat. I have some left over, which I'll show you on the side here. I drained the liquid out of the one that I poured, but I left the liquid in here just in case I need some. But this was perfect for me. So I went ahead and mixed it all in. I'm gonna go ahead and add in some olive oil and some lemon juice. I usually do like a ratio of about a little less than a 1/4 cup of olive oil and 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, and then just go from there. I add a little bit of salt too to bring out the flavors of the vegetables and everything. But again, like if you wanna make it a little more lemony, you go for it. It's totally up to you, but this is just how my dad used to make it for me, so this is how I learned to make it. But it is super easy. It's not as complicated as everybody thinks, and it is so good. I think that you guys are gonna love this. It's so healthy for you, and it is a family favorite. My dad used to make this for us all the time, and when I make this kind of food, like I've said before, like I feel like there's so much heart and feeling in cooking and stuff like that, and for me, like, this reminds me so much of my dad, makes me miss him so much. But of course, you know, like, it's just a great memory to have, and I just love being able to be in the kitchen and recreate things that once brought us so much joy to have together. So I really hope that you guys like this recipe, and you know, I hope your family will like it as well. Alright guys, so for dinner tonight I made a chicken pocket ring. Chicken pockets were literally like invented by my second mom. Her name is Susan. I love her so much. I had never had anything like that before I met her, and she served it with a can of just cream of chicken soup as kind of like a dipping sauce, so I do that too. And I had it with some broccoli, and that was our dinner for tonight. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you got some delicious dinner inspiration. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more. I hope you guys have a blessed and awesome week, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Bye!